skies of a different light. Why noise that keeps me up at night? I can't help but think back to you. I wish that I could find a face that I would recognize. I replay the memory of you. It's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's not with you, but I'm coming home. Hold on to my embrace, this time I promise it won't break. I'm hoping that things haven't changed. Life took us far apart, but it never took away my heart. Have you been holding it safe? 'Cause it's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's hard with you, but I'm coming home. I'm coming home. We'll stay up till morning and head out exploring, make up for months that we've missed. 'Cause the cold air is calling and my head's recalling the moment that I was convinced. We'll stay never resist. It's been so hard, but no, I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's hard with you, but I'm coming home. I'll never tell, never tell. Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell.
Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more. Every show I go before, need to hear that voice, cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you.
I'll never tell, never tell. Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell, never tell. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true,
you're an angel, that's for sure. With some devil, hear you roar. But I like it, we on the floor. In my ear, be whispering. Used to have fun, now I'm bored. Do I miss you? Yes, of course. Think about that time when we stayed up all night talking. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you.
I'll never tell, never tell. Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell, never tell. It's true, 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 it's true.
unmask the auctioneer. I'm allowed to do this, ladies and gentlemen. You are not, unfortunately. Can I say a very good afternoon, because it has gone 12 o'clock, despite what the clock is trying to tell you there. Welcome to the Harcourts Grenadier Auction Rooms. My name is Phil McGoldrick. I'm one of 4 auctioneers working with you today. Hamish McLeod is only 3? No, Lisa. Oh, there we go. So one of 3 auctioneers working with you today. Hamish will be calling some of the catalogue as well. Interesting the way they're going to be bidding today. Of course, we'll just do auction by auction on the quarter of an hour. So just relax, make yourself very, very comfortable. Business as normal, we would say. Ben Donaldson has been working with the owners of our first property, that's at Quinns Road. Nice to have one of our owners with us. Thank you for the opportunity. Now, Madeline's working our screen for us today, and she'll tell you up here that we work under the best practice guide of the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and according to all protocol laid down by the REA as well. In terms of how we work in the auction room, your contract does explain that to you, but I'll whistle through and make sure you're comfortable with proceedings today. The first thing that I can tell you is that our owners have given me a confidential reserve price, so I can't disclose that to you, the bidders at large. Subject to the reserve price being reached, the highest bidder shall be the purchaser. If bidding does not reach my owner's reserve, don't panic, it's not the end of the auction. I will pause, I will talk with the highest bidder outside of the room and offer you the opportunity of buying in the auction room today. Now, I really stress to you folks, it is the best place and best time to buy. If we don't reach a satisfactory conclusion, I know that Ben has got conditional people who, during this COVID period, haven't been able to get organised, so we would go and talk with conditional parties at that period of time. Owners may withdraw their property from sale at any time before it's sold without declaring their reserve price. That covers those situations. Sometimes we do adjourn with the highest bidder, continue negotiations to a point where the owner says, look, Mr. Auctioneer, we're happy with that result. Go back to the rostrum, announce we're withdrawing and selling to the highest bidder outside. I can nominate the sum by which your bids need to be raised. I can refuse a bid if it's not made in the best interest of my seller. If any of my colleagues place bids on behalf of their clients, I will be alerting you to that. The most important thing today is this. If you are lucky enough to get the nod, in other words, to be the highest and successful purchaser, what we require you to do is to sign the auction contract and then arrange to pay a deposit equal to 10% of the final purchase price that you've paid. So that's all I need to tell you in terms of working with you today. Simple, straightforward, and in our auction rooms every week. If we could go, Madeline, to our slide of Quinns Road, I will describe it to you contractually. It's very simple. It's a super parcel of freehold land, the area of which is 607 square metres more or less, and settlement date, having paid that 10% today, 23rd of September 2021. Obviously, you could be in there a lot earlier if you chose to do so. Ben, I think what you bring to the market today is a real shiny penny, entry level into a very good part of the city. It's been a good home, a good investment for my owners. It's in mint order. It's solid, it's robust, it's light, bright, very sunny, extremely well heated. You've got the ventilation system as well, the requisite 4 bedrooms, harmony produced by your 2 bathrooms. This will suit a myriad of buyers. A lovely freehold parcel, which makes the proposition very, very attractive. All right, folks, limited numbers in the room, so I would suggest a very, very good opportunity. Where would you start the bidding for me? 400. 400, sir? Yeah. Good on you, $400,000. I'm going to suggest it's a little bit optimistic, but I'm going to work with you at $400,000. First call at $400,000. Sir, would you say 500 for me, perhaps? Second call at 4. Third call at $400,000. 410? 450? No, I won't work with a 5, so you'd have to be 10s at bid. 420? 430? At 430,000. 490. 490. There's a good work. 490. So you're straight to 500. You know values there. 500,000. Keep working in the big numbers. Need to win the battle at $500,000. Once called, twice called. 520. 520. At 520. So you've got 30 or better for me? No? Not for now. Not for now. Well, if you don't bid again, I'm going to take this gentleman aside and offer him the opportunity of buying. You might miss out. Do we pop a little 10 on the top and say 530? 525. 530. And the response, sir, at 530 on the right-hand side, 535. At 535, there's all yours.
545.
545, nice move. Calling it quits at 545. Once, twice, third call at 545. So your bid, I'm not authorised to sell. Karen's going to open a little private chamber for us. Come and let's have a wee discussion and see if we can't make you the winner of the auction today. 545, auction is open, sir. Oh, I need to get my mask. That's in my pocket. auction room. You'll remember when I left, their bid was $545,000. They have increased that bid to $585,000. We're not at a level where I'm going to sell. If there's no better bid or offer in the room to buy here now, I've told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the property back in Ben's hands. He'll continue to work with all interested parties. Is there any better bid? Sir, are you going to advance at 585? Not at this stage. At 585, first, second, third. At 585. Ben, back in your hands. Let's just keep working for our good owners. To my highest bidders, good luck. And you know, great property, you know what you need to do afterwards. So I'm going to hand the stage over to Ned Allison or Hamish? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Worth waiting though. Thank you, Jasmine, for the opportunity.
With the catalogue, one auction down, the next underway being 12:15. Thank you very much for joining us and working with us in these unusual times. Of course, exciting times though, as we offer to you 111 Georgina Street in Marshland. Next up, we look to unmask that next successful owner. Johnny Nichols, the man in charge of the campaign. You've got to know him well over the last few weeks. I take you through the relevant formalities before we get into the auction itself though. As always, we offer the property for sale today subject to a confidential reserve price. Subject to that reserve price being breached and our owner's instructions, the highest bidder will be the next owner. Now, as your auctioneer, I as always hold that exclusive right to place bids on behalf of my owners. These are what we will call vendor bids, or what I will call vendor bids, as I'll be the only one placing them. I'll only do so in the absence of a bid from you here on the floor. If I place one, it'll be below that reserve price most certainly as well. The other point I'll point out in that code of conduct is that we will, as always, have that right with our owners for them to withdraw and sell their property without declaring a reserve price. What that means is if we don't get to a suitable level here on the auction floor with bidding, we will pause the auction and go into a negotiation with our owners and our highest bidder only. Now, during that negotiation, our owners do have that right to have the property, as I say, withdrawn and sold to that highest bidder outside of the room, meaning it will not or would not return to the floor for further bidding. So that can be disappointing if you are an underbidder, so make sure you hold the highest bid at all times to avoid that occurring to yourself. Your obligations unchanged as always if you are successful, simply requiring that you sign the contract and pay a 10% deposit to our trust account. But the contract in question, as it reads, I'm not sure if we can have some lighting above me, Madeline. Is that light able to be turned on there? But it is a freehold parcel that we offer up here in Georgina Street, much better. 637 square metres more or less, coming with vacant possession. That possession set to take place just next month, Thursday the 7th of October 2021. But what a beautifully built home this is, just 3 years young, contemporary styling, the high stud just really setting it apart, those aesthetics that it offers, certainly very practical in its configuration as well. Certainly the living spaces, the way they're conjoined, just giving you that flexibility that families seek and families demand. Love as well the ducted heating system, keeping each and every room in the home cosy, warm and comfortable year round too. What a spot to be as well. High quality development, quality homes in and around you, good amenities popping up in this area as well with all that is happening. Certainly a home with plenty of good extras with that separate laundry, carpeted garaging as well, that ducted heating as I mentioned earlier too. Our owner's looking to move north, so we look for that next purchaser. So enough from me, bidders, buyers, your time and your turn as we look to find that next owner of 111 Georgina Street. I call for an opening bid, an opening figure. Where do we start? Underway where? 950. A little bit muffled, but I think I'm right, sir. $950,000 off we go. Maybe 25 more to take it forward from there if you're here to contest at 975. A hand up or call it out elsewhere. Have not... $1,010,000 was it? Again, clarifying with Ali Aitken from the Harcourts team at 10.10 and $1,025,000 with the 15. At $1,025,000, Ali, my advice would be $1,050,000, or you take it elsewhere if you prefer. But $1,025,000. Sir, ma'am, second place now at $1,040,000 and 50. With 10 at $1,050,000, do we go 1-1 this time? At $1,050,000, we have down here and seated 70 with the 20. 5 more, 75 at 1,075. $1,075,000. I'll put up the 1-1. 1-1, well played, well bid at $1.1 million. 111, $1,110,000. Quite appropriate for 111 Georgina Street too. It would be if you're successful. No, you're not. At $1,130,000, 20 more? No, it's just 120. Okay, that's okay. $1,120,000, 30 with 10 more. At $1,130,000, 50 with Ali. At $1,150,000, do you say 60 or 20 more? Have the $1,150,000 with Ali Aitken, first call at $1,150,000. Young home, modern home, 60 with another 10 at 75. Interesting play at $1,175,000. Unsurprising the interest at 11780. At 180. Do you go 1-2? That's where you may need to be at $1,180,000. 85. We'll do it that way. At 185 the bid. Over here in the middle at $1,185,000. 95. That's with Jane from the Harcourts team on the phone at $1,195,000. 205 is it? 1-2 rounded off. Neat and tidy at $1.2 million. Next owner, who's it to be? First call, 10 more at $1,210,000. Consider your future over here as well at $1,210,000 with Jane and Deb on the phone. My right-hand side at $1,210,000. Johnny, my instructions, please. 15, not 15 more, is that 25 or just 15? Okay, 215 worth a try. And selling. Clearly at $1,215,000 ownership with you at this point in time, sir. At $1,215,000, 20, there it is at 220. At $1,220,000, do you put up 1 1/4 at 250? Have $1,220,000. I'll work with a 5 if that's the preference. At $1,220,000, I knock it down. Out of options, you're not though. Another 5 at 25. At $1,225,000, may need something a little bit stronger. At $1,225,000, how much? 10 more. 35. Difficult with the masks, but we're working hard at $1,235,000. In the right direction we go at 35. Is it 45 here? At 1, 2, 3 and 5. Their bid, ownership with them at $1,235,000. Sir, ma'am, haven't forgotten about you as well. Down here at $1,235,000. Ali is at 40 then to take it forward, secure it. First call at $1,235,000. Penultimate time. Anything better further? Take 1,000, take 2,000, give it a go, sir. You regret it if you don't. Third and final, at $1,235,000. Is there better here? One. At $1,236,000. Let's see if it works. At 236 the bid. You're where you need to be, and that's all that matters. Doesn't matter by how much. 40. They take it at $1,240,000. You can change your mind again. Welcome to do so. At $1,240,000, 41 could be the best $1,000 you spend. First call at $1,240,000. I sell. Second at $1,240,000. Is there better here? Third and final at $1,240,000. Hold on tight at 240. It's going at $1,240,000. It is going. It is sold here. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Deb. Johnny Nichols, well executed campaign. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The clock strikes 12:30 and we will get underway with the auction of 337B Main South Road in Hornby. My name's Hamish McLeod. It's my pleasure to be your auctioneer this afternoon, of course, in the slightly unusual times, and we thank you very much for working within our COVID guidelines here today. Firstly, I'd just like to briefly go through the conduct of auction, which is going to be displayed on the screen. I won't go through it in its entirety, but just point out the key points. One of those, ladies and gentlemen, is that from time to time today, I may be required to bid on behalf of the vendor. I'll make that very clear that that's a vendor bid, and this will happen only well below the reserve price. Other important point is that the vendor may withdraw the property from sale at any time. Very important, ladies and gentlemen, because if we do not reach our reserve price today on the floor, now I will pause with the highest bidder and go into a discussion in one of the side rooms. Sometimes in those discussions, the vendor decides to execute their right to withdraw the property and sell to that highest bidder. So very important that you are the highest bidder on the floor if you want to maintain control. So, ladies and gentlemen, now I quickly draw your attention to the contract of sale, which states the property at 337B Main South Road in Hornby, Christchurch, is made up of some 893 square metres, more or less. Your possession date is set down in the contract as the 29th of November 2021, of course, unless otherwise agreed with Raewyn. Now, folks, of course, proudly brought to the market by Raewyn Miles from our Horswell team, and I know Raewyn has experienced good interest, working her way through, of course, those COVID lockdown levels and our restricted viewings as well as we could. But, folks, I had the privilege of going through this property just yesterday, and look, it really is a true little surprise hidden away off Main South Road. As Raewyn says in her marketing, 3 houses back from the road, and when you get down that little laneway, you really do feel like you're in your own private little oasis. It's a great, good, solid home, but it's of course that big spacious section. You just don't see those nearly 900 square metre sections come to the market much anymore. And of course that gives you so many options with that big large shed, some 10 by 3 metre shed. Apparently on the original plans put down as a smokehouse. Doesn't look as if it's been used much as that, folks, but of course, endless options for the handyman or as a hobby room, whatever you want to use that for. So many options here in this nice little pocket on Main South Road. Ladies and gentlemen, inside, of course, all the hard work's been done. Just move in November for that nice spring weather. Enjoy the barbecues out in the backyard. Great opportunity for you here today. With all that said, where do you see its value? Call me your opening bids. 450, back there with Raewyn, thank you ma'am, 450, great place to start. At $450,000, any further advance on from here? 460, thank you Janice, moving in tens. At 460,000 we have down in front with Janice from the Harcourts team. 70 ma'am, can I suggest? Yeah. 70, straight back, that's the way. 470, 80, thank you Janice, 80 we have. 500, good strong bid at the back there, Phil from the Harcourts team, $500,000 we have. 510, moving along nicely, 510 back with Janice. 530, $530,000 now, 40 could I suggest? 50, good strong bid, Jagmeet from the Harcourts team. 5 in the race. 560, 70 at the back. 570. Jagmeet coming back in, 80, but don't let me limit you. 75, thank you Phil, 75 back in the race. 580 now. 580, 600 could be the next move. At 580, back with Janice in front. 580. 585. 590, sorry, where was that? At the back there. Bit hard with the master, pick it up sometimes, but 590 we have on the back wall. 590 the bid. Suggested it before, maybe 600. 595, left the door open. 595, bid with Janice. 600,000, thank you, back with Phil. $600,000 the bid. Any further advance? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can announce at $600,000 I have clear instructions from my vendor that the property is on the market and we are selling today. At $600,000, we're playing for keeps. $600,000, 601, I'll take it, man. We're on the market and selling. 601, left the door open though, come back in at 602. 605 or 610 would be my suggestion. Big and bold. 6-2 against you, ma'am, on the back wall. 3 bidding on top of himself. Good strategic bidding. $603,000. 5, thank you, ma'am. 10, would you say? 7. 607, now the bid. At 607, we are selling away at 607. 10, I'd suggest, ma'am. At 607, calling it now. First, second, 610. Straight back in at 610. 12 at 612. As I said, nearly 900 square metres section. A little oasis tucked back off the road. It really is unique. At $612,000. It's against you, ma'am, bid on the back wall at 612. First, second, third, 13, thank you. 613, lucky for some, at $613,000. 15, I'd suggest, Phil, or something bigger and bolder. 613 against you. 14. 614. 614 the bid. Not going to lose it for the sake of one, ma'am, surely. 6.5. I'll take it. 614.5. 15, could I suggest? 614.5. Once again, first, second, third, final time. 615. 16, ma'am. The half didn't work last time. They often stop in those round numbers. 615. 16 might do it. 615 against you. Another half. I'll take it. 615.5. 615.5. Maybe 620 would be the killer blow. At 615.5. 16. 616. Another half, ma'am. Could have been their last. Won't know unless you test it. 616. Bid at the back of the room. I'll give you a moment to think, ma'am. They're very hard to come by. Unique little parcel of land. All those options with the sheds out the back. 616. First, second, and another half, was it, ma'am? Another half. 616.5. We coming back, folks, for 17. 616.5. I sell away. 616,500. 17. They took a long time there, ma'am. Have confidence in that. 617. 20, I'd suggest. 617 we have. 617, 250. You sure you wouldn't do a half, ma'am? I'll take your 250 at 617, 250. It's worth fighting for. Every last little bit counts at 617.25. They're taking a long time deliberating at 617, 250 for the first time. 617.5. 617.5. 617.5, 18, I'd suggest, ma'am. 617.5. They're thinking as long as hard as you are at 617,500. First, second, another quarter. 617.75 or 617,750. 617,750, round me to 618, would you folks, on the back wall at 617,750. First, 618. 618. I said it before, ma'am, I would suggest 620. 620 would be a good, big, bold bid, could stop the show. At 618. On the back wall, the halves or the 250s aren't working. Try 620. And a half. I'll take it. Valuing it down to $500 bids at 618.5. Both parties obviously realise how unique this is and how rarely these kind of parcels come up. 618.5. First time. Second time. 618,750. We're back to the 250s, but it all counts at 618 3/4. 618,750. I've suggested it a couple of times, ma'am, but 620 would be my suggestion once again at 618,750. 619. I'll take that there at 619. Left the 620 door wide open at 619. We need to move quickly now at 619. First, holding the bid, the lady on the left-hand side, 619,000. I am calling it away this time. For the first time. Second time. 620. 620 took a long time, ma'am, and believe me, they often stop in those round numbers. I'd try something on top. 620 it is. 620, they're holding the keys on the back wall.
620,250.
Another quarter. 620 1/4. 620, 250. I'd suggest something bigger on the back wall at 620 1/4. Any further advance, folks? At 622.50, we need to move forward. Calling it then for the first time. 621. Further advance, ma'am. You've been with us all the way. Don't want to lose it now. And another quarter. 621 1/4. 621, $250. I'll give you a moment, folks. $621,250. Two parties valuing it down to just the change at $621,250 for the first time. For the second time, $750. I'll take that, $621,750. Ma'am, surely round me to 622 or 625, I'd suggest a big bold bid. 622. 622,000 at 622. Using up most of our 15-minute allocation, but that's all right. It's 622. It's important to give it your best shot. Secure this property here today. It's $622,000. Bidders with the lady on the left-hand side, it's against you folks at $622,000. It's 622 for the first time, second time, third, 623. Left it late at 623.25, I'd suggest, ma'am. I really would. At 623. 623, we need a little slightly bigger increment at 623. And a half. 623 and a half. We'll take it. Keys are back in your hand at this stage. 623,500. There's not much in it. Folks, take another dive for those keys. Can you round me to 624? Or don't let me limit you, go higher if you like. What's the bid there, Phil? 623,500. 624. 624. Ma'am, I've suggested it before. 625, I would say. The smaller increments aren't working. The big bulk bids make it harder for them to come back. 624,000 on the back wall. At 624 the money. 500. 624 and a half. Left the door open for the 625 for you on the back wall there, folks. At 624 and a half. Holding the bid here on the left-hand side. Are we coming back in? Any further advance, you sure? Confirming your outfill. At 624 and a half. Well done, ma'am. Very strong bidding. You stuck in there at 624 and a half. It is going. It will be 750 if you meant another 250 on top. 750. 624, 750. Ma'am, they had indicated they were out at 624, 750. Could secure it for another $250 bid. Would you say 625 for me? Yep. 625. That's the way. 625,000. Are we coming back, folks? You change your mind. You're allowed to as many times as you like in the auction room. It's 625,000. Are we coming back? Confirm you're out. You're out at 625. 337B Main South Road is going. It's going. Sold. Congratulations to my purchaser. Thank you very much to our other bidders, and thank you for coming along to our Grenadier auctions today, and we'll see you again hopefully in the near future.
Well, a very good afternoon. Legitimately, I take off my mask. I'm allowed to as the auctioneer, and as the auctioneer, I welcome you to the auction now of number 46 Grange Street, Ali McDonald. She's looking very elegant today, even behind that mask. She's had the honour and pleasure of marketing the property for our very good owners. Folks, before we get underway, just a brief refresher on the rules of engagement today. You'll see them on the screen. They are in your contract. They would have been part of your due diligence. Today, I have a confidential reserve price. Subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder shall be the purchaser. Can I explain to you what happens if bidding doesn't reach my owner's reserve? I will pause. I will talk privately in one of our side rooms with the highest bidder. My purpose then will be to offer you the opportunity of buying the property at auction today. Very best place, very best time to buy. If we don't reach a satisfactory conclusion, Ali then has to make the property available to those who weren't able to be here today, weren't prepared. So the best place and time to buy is in the auction room. Now, sometimes an owner may withdraw their property from sale before the property is actually sold and without declaring their reserve price. That can happen when negotiations continue outside of the room. They might reach a point where the owner says to me, Phil, very, very happy, go back and announce I'm withdrawing the property from the auction floor and selling it to the highest bidder outside. That means you must keep working and make sure you've got your strongest bid with me at all time. I can nominate the sum by which your bids need to be raised. I can refuse a bid if it's not made in the best interest of my sellers. If any of my colleagues place bids on behalf of their clients, I will alert you to that. The most important thing is this: if you are the lucky winner today, on the fall of the hammer, your obligations are simple. Sign the auction contract and arrange to pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price that you paid. The balance needs to be paid on the 16th of September. I know some of you are working to alternative dates, and we're relaxed in that regard. All right, to the screen we go, Madeleine, now, and let's have a look at the property. It is a freehold property. It's a super parcel, 812 square metres, more or less. Good corner site, but 812 square metres of very usable land. As I said, settlement date mid-September, unless you're working to a pre-arranged date. I went and had a very, very good look at the home with Ali and met with the owner yesterday. Previous owners, of course, had been here 46 years. They said, look, Ali, it's not good for us to be repairing it. So Ali's owner has taken this over and completely recreated the home for you. He's done a magnificent job. It's rewired, replumbed, new heating system, fabulous new kitchen, sits beautifully for sun, gorgeous courtyard off the first living area, and of course that lovely lawn. You produce your next black cap out there that gets great afternoon sun as well. Massive garage, subtly distanced is the master bedroom with its ensuite as well. All right, anything you want to add? Anything I've missed? Let's rack on. Okay, bidders, buyers, you've waited for the opportunity. Who starts the bidding for me today? Where do you see value, buyers? Done your preparation? Temperature say at 750? Silent auction. Well, won't you, sir? Good on you. Welcome. 750,000 opening bid on the left-hand side. Where to from here, buyers? 750. 775 perhaps. First call then, with the one bidder, $750,000. Second call. Third call.
760.
760. Nice robust bid. The reply, sir, is it 770 or better?
800.
800. Done his work. Knows the value. At 800. Once called. Just two with me at this stage. Second call. 810. 810. Good on you. At 810. And the response this time? 830 perhaps? 810 bid. Quality value here. 820, sir, is it? Good on you. At 820, third party enters competition. At 82030, 830 straight back. At $830,000, who goes next? Once called. At 830,000. Twice. Third. 840. I've got you at $840,000. Who gives me the 50? Good on you. You're back in charge at $850,000. I count down once, twice. 860. 870. 880 beckons, or better, at 870,000. First call at 870. Second call, 880. Do we go 900, sir? 890. 890's left the 9 wide open. 890,000. Once called. Second call. All that work done. 895. 900,000 only. 900. Never stop on the big numbers. At 900,000. There's all yours at 900,000. What about my gentleman in the middle? At 9, is there another 5? Once called, this is your future. 905. 910. As I say, your future comes out in the wash. Great position. Excellent street, tree line, nice and wide. 910 only. Once at 910, twice 915. $915,000. Once called at 915. Second call, 920. Ali, I want an instruction at 920, gentleman's bid, at $920,000. Work hard, not just for the bricks and mortar. Proposition, future, nice corner site, 920. Once, twice. 925. We're selling. There we go, 925. Not sold though, sir. We're selling. Is it 927 only? 930. 35. Nice change of strategy. You've got to be strategic to earn a good property like this at 935. Good, solid, robust home. Money's all spent. Spend it in the room. Take the prize at 935. 937. 940. Perhaps 950 to close it out. At 940,000, 46 Grange. 942. 945. We've got to do the 950, sir. You're that close. At 945, and my instructions sell. Home on the Grange. At 945. Once then. 951. Beautiful strategy. Beautiful move. Well thought out. Sir, what's the response? You've got to be clever. It's good property. 955. At 955. With clear instructions, sell to the lucky highest bidder, 955. Try the 61. 955. Just a little bit more to avoid the disappointment. Second call at 955. Third. At 955, is there any more, sir? Shoulders back. You know what the market's doing, that would encourage you at 955. Do I have your permission to sell to the people on my left-hand side? That's what I must do. No more? 955, third final call. And I'm delighted to announce, but just to the people on the left-hand side, that 46 Grange Street is going. Gone and sold to you. Congratulations to you. You may kiss the bride. It's difficult with those masks as well. Matt, congratulations. A fabulous job you did there. Ali, lovely campaign. Nice work to you too. Lovely to work with you. And we'll move on. And who's next? Mr. Ned. Good.
Why have we got two hammers? Excessive. Well, good afternoon to you all. I'll get rid of the mask. You might be able to hear me a little bit better that way. But good to have you here in Harcourt's Grenadier. Unusual settings here in level 2, but making the most of it. But it is a pleasure to work alongside this afternoon Chelsea Kennedy and Corey O'Leary, bringing next up to the auction arena, number 50 Matheson's Road. Of course, you've got to know them over the last few weeks. It's a pleasure to work alongside as well our owners. It's a big moment today, a lengthy tenure they've enjoyed here, generational home this has been. So a big moment for them as they look to part with it. Before we get into the auction itself, I'd point out those key points in our conduct of auction. As always, we operate today with a confidential reserve price in place, subject to that reserve being breached and our owner's instructions. The highest bidder will be the next owner. As your auctioneer, as always, I can place bids on behalf of my owner, only will do so in the absence of your bidding. We call that a vendor bid. If I place one, I'll also call it a vendor bid, making that clear, and only do so below the reserve price as well. The third point I'll point out on there is that our owners, as always, have the right to withdraw and sell the property without declaring a reserve price, which means if we don't get to a suitable level here on the auction floor, we'll pause and speak privately with our owners and highest bidder only. During that negotiation, at some times our owners will instruct us at that point to have the property withdrawn and sold, meaning it would not return to the floor for further bidding. Now, if you are successful, your obligations are very simple. You are required to sign the contract and pay a 10% deposit to our trust account. Now, I draw your attention to the contract now, pointing out firstly clause 24, that right to occupy, why settlement is set down on the contract to occur on the 27th of September. Possession of the property is not to be given on that date, as the vendor shall retain a right to occupy the property at no cost to the vendor for the period commencing on the 27th of September and ending on the 17th of October 2021, which I know everyone will be well aware of. The remainder of the contract is distributed, freehold parcel, 918 square metres. That's what you're here to get your hands upon. Settlement, as I said, 27th of September, but that right to occupy extending that slightly. But 918 square metres of RMD land, also known as real estate gold here in Christchurch. It is just a potential packed site to work with, options to work with. You certainly only need to look right next door to see just what is possible with a site such as this. It may be that the existing bungalow is what you look to work with, retain, return it to its former glory, but it is that development, lots to work with, lots of opportunity, but underpinned, of course, by the location here, right on the fringe of the CBD. There's just so much right there at your fingertips. Terrific convenience. As I said, a big moment for our owners as they look to part with it and move on this afternoon, so we look to find out who that next owner is to be. So I call for an opening bid. Number 50 Matheson's Road. Where do we get off and underway? Start where? For 918 square metres, there's a figure you're comfortable, you let me know what it is. Development site, the bungalow as is, where is, potential there, possibly just holding income, but that's up to you. 650, off we go, sir, it's $650,000. Can I suggest 700,000, the next step to take? Have $650,000, this good gentleman over here. First call at 650 only. Second call at 650,000, 700 and welcome and good luck to you, sir. At $700,000, clear where your competition lies. Over the aisle we go, though, is at 750. At 700, this side. First call at 7, work with a 750. Would you make it 750 for me? Appreciate it too at $750,000. Look for 800 from there, sir, worthy of it. It's 750. Bid here to beat at $750,000. I count down for the first. At 750 at a neat and easy 3/4. Value to be had. Potential packed. Second call at $750,000. Do we advance further? Third final call at 750. Interest further? Not at this point in time. 25 more potentially. At $750,000, sir, you're where you need to be. At 750. I have a conversation at this point in time if there's no better. How much? 20. Right, that seems to be the theme. It's 770. I gave you that same courtesy. If you'd like to make it 790, I'd go 800 all day long though. It's $770,000, but here, not there. It's 770. Counting down first at 770. Another 10 at 780. We'll give it a whirl. We go another 20 at 800 this time. At $780,000 bid to beat. For the first time. at 780,000. Penultimate call at 780. Third final at 780. Certain, sir, can't tempt you back at $780,000. Pairs not at this point in time. Another 10, maybe 790. Give it a go. Otherwise, again, conversation starts over here. 790. 790. This time, can I assume 8? Should be very easy. At $790,000, the fringe of the CBD, here to do business. Now's your chance at $790,000. Back in second place. Once called at 790. Second call at $790,000. Is there interest at 8? Third final call at 5 on top at 795. Is it 805 with another 10, sir? Have the 795 here. Step by step we go. Townhouses, large backyard, either way up to you at 795. First call, twice at 795. Is it 800 or better, sir? Third final at 795. Still interested? Hard to lip read with the mouths on. The mask's on at 795. Okay, in front over here, not quite a level we can sell, but 795, we pause, we have a negotiation dialogue with you off to the side there, sir. We might just jump up the front here if that's okay. Oh.
skies of a different light, white noise that keeps me up at night. I can't help but think back to you. I wish that I could find a face that I would recognize. I replay the memory of you. It's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's time home with you, but I'm coming home. Hold on to my embrace, this time I promise it won't break. I'm hoping that things haven't changed. Life took us far apart, but it never took away my heart. Have you been holding it safe? 'Cause it's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's time home with you, but I'm coming home. I'm coming home. We'll stay up till morning and head out exploring, make up for months that we've missed. 'Cause the cold air is calling and my head's recalling the moment that I was convinced. We'll stay up till morning and head out exploring, make up for months that we've missed. 'Cause your lips are calling and my heart's recalling the way I could never resist. It's been so hard, I know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's time home with you, but I'm coming home to you. Oh, I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's time home with you, but I'm coming home to you.
All right, instructions are let's carry on. We'll need continues as negotiations. If you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harcourts Granite Auction Rooms. My name's Phil McGodrick, one of the three auctioneers working with you this afternoon, and I work alongside Alison Aiken, who has had the responsibility and the joy of working for our good owners at number 254 Derby Street. Owners have owned it for a long time, served them well as a town pad. They offer it very freely to you today. Look, just a little reminder of how we work today in the auction room. My owners have given me a confidential reserve price. So subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder shall be the purchaser. If bidding does not reach my owner's reserve, it's not the end of the auction, because I will pause. I will talk with the highest bidder outside of the auction room and offer you the opportunity of buying at auction today. Best place, best time to buy. If we don't reach a satisfactory conclusion, Alison will then make the property available to those who weren't, because of COVID, able to be here ready in advance of time. So take your opportunities in the room today. I can nominate the sum by which your bids need to be raised. I can refuse a bid if I thought it wasn't in the best interest of my sellers. I think Gemma, you might be on the phone with a buyer today. If any of my colleagues bid on behalf of their clients, I will alert you to that in the rooms today. If there's a disputed bid, I go back to the last undisputed bid. You've got to be clear with your bids through the mask. Could I ask you to do that? Most importantly, at the end of the auction, if you hear that gavel fall and you were the last bidder and you've succeeded, you will acknowledge that by signing the contract, the auction contract, and then arranging to pay your deposit 10% of the purchase price unless otherwise agreed. To the screen that we go. Thanks, Madeleine. I show you the property now. Unit 2 at 54 Derby Street, across lease in freehold. 10% today, 24th of September is the settlement date. I noticed with interest that fridge, freezer, washing machine and dryer, they are all in working order. Range hood, of course, is not in working order, but those chattels will remain. I think it's rather a coincidence that last night I went to number 9 Derby Street to enjoy a birthday dinner with good friends of ours who have recently arrived to live in Derby Street. They, like ourselves as inner city dwellers, just raved about this locality. The convenience, the proximity to Maryvale, Hagley Park. Paul walks to his business in the crossing. He said it's just the most fabulous locality you could imagine. Town pad for my owners. It'll suit a myriad of buyers. Good proportions in all the rooms, new carpet, freshly painted, good broad living area, and of course you've got that gorgeous little garden courtyard out the front. You're facing north, so you get brilliant, brilliant sunshine. Alison, is there anything you'd add before we say go?
Not only that, hey, look, it has been a popular property, and for all of those reasons, so hey, bid up, it's a great one.
Derby Street, who starts proceedings? Opening bid. Just because we've got masks on, not a silent auction. How much? $650. Good on you. $650,000. Good place to start at $650. I'm happy to work in tens or better. First call at $650,000. Second call at $650. Third, any advance at $650. Just the one bidder on the right-hand side of the room. Ooh, scared them all away. Any? 660 away. 670 now. At 670. With my starter, do we say 80 or better? 680. How much? 700 bid. Often stop in the big numbers. Let's test that at 700,000. It's a prime position. Good school zones as well, if that's of interest, at $700,000. I'm counting down. Once at 700,000. 705. 715. Stay on the fives. No. Don't give up that early. At $715,000. Any better? I'll work with fives, but you need to do it quickly. Otherwise, I pause and talk to this good lady at 715 twice. Third call at 715. Well, ma'am, that's your bid. I'm getting close, but I'm not authorised to sell at that figure. Karen is going to find some private space for you. I'll come and have a chat once I've got my mask on. All right.
I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more. Every show I go before, need to hear that voice, 'cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, You're an angel, that's for sure. With some devil, hear you roar, but I like it. We on the floor, and my ear be whispering. Used to have fun, now I'm bored. Do I miss you? Yes, of course. Think about that time when we stayed up all night talking. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell, it's true, it's true, it's true,
My highest bidder outside of the room. And negotiations have advanced to a point where my good owners have said, Phil, you know what, we're very, very happy and we want you to go back, as we're entitled to do, and announce that Derby Street has been withdrawn from the auction, but very, very, very happily sold to Fiona's buyer on the telephone. Congratulations to all parties. Evan, Victoria, thank you. And good luck in healing that sore toe. Worth the drive up, though. One of your jobs is to make sure when I get up here, I take my mask off. And I didn't again.
Well, really appreciate your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a good dialogue regarding 50 Matheson's Road. Our bid has been increased with our highest bidder down the back there, Amy. Just confirm that bid now stands at $825,000. Nod of the head, thank you. At 825, our owners have indicated they will be moving on, parting with the property at that level if there's no bidder here in the room. I ask for further interest at 825 or I put the hammer down, the property will be sold. Last opportunity, maybe 830 before the hammer falls. 830, welcome in. Welcome back, I should say, at $830,000. You worked very hard, gentlemen. You got very close. At $830,000, I'll give you an opportunity to come back in at 830, or we sell over here at this point in time. 31, 32, first call at $830,000. Do you let it slip away? 918 square metres, RMD land, good buying. Second call at 930. Can I try 31 on your behalf? Twice. Third and final. Certain. At $930,000, it is going, it is sold here. Congratulations, sir. Gentlemen, I do appreciate your involvement. Amy, thank you as well. Well done to our past owners, and I think we'll be underway with our next auction very shortly. No, 8:30. 8:30.
Did you have to sell it like that?
Yeah, done. I haven't picked up on that. That was good.
Well, I did, and then I changed it to 9:30, and I was like, oh my God.
No, that's all right. Are we up now, are we? Yeah. Thank you. If you don't mind, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those that have joined us front and centre, it appears to be the case at this point in time, but we wish you a very good afternoon and a warm welcome. We move on to the next of our auctions of the day, that being 91 Ledbury Drive in Rolleston. Johnny Nichols, again, the man in charge of the campaign. Of course, the documentation, he's provided that all to you, unchanged from what's been distributed, but I point out in our conduct of auction those key points as to how we operate today. As always, we have a confidential reserve price, and we sell subject to that reserve price being reached, breached, plus our owner's instructions. In the absence of a bid from the floor, I may or have that right to place a bid on behalf of my owner. This is what we call a vendor bid. If I place a vendor bid, well, I'll call it a vendor bid, and I'll only do so below the reserve price as well. Our owners also have that right to withdraw and sell the property outside of the auction room, meaning what would happen if we don't get to a suitable level here on the auction floor is I pause, I go into a negotiation, as you may have seen in those earlier auctions with our highest bidder and our owners. In some cases, our owners will instruct us to have the property withdrawn and sold to that highest bidder outside of the room, meaning it would not return to the floor for further bidding. Now, if you are successful in purchasing today, well, your obligation is straightforward and simple. Sign that all-important sale and purchase agreement. Alongside that, we require a 10% deposit paid to our trust account. But the contract in question that we work from, that you're looking to put your signature upon, confirms to you it is 91 Ledbury Drive in Rolleston that we offer up. It's a freehold parcel, 625 square metres more or less making up that parcel, coming with vacant possession, that to occur and fall upon Thursday, the 7th 7th of October 2021. Well, it is most certainly a distinctive home here at number 91, that European larch and the concrete block exterior through to the pitch ceilings, the skylights above. It's certainly a design that stands out. Those architectural elements just making it one of a kind. Decadent fixtures and fittings just providing you with that lifestyle of luxury, absolute comfort. Work well from a lockdown right through to entertaining, you'd have to say, with the way the living spaces just flow so naturally, so easily together from the in to the out. Love the split of bedrooms, some up, some down, that mezzanine level above, whether it's a study nook, an extra bit of living space, that's a great bonus as well. Outside, you've got the deck space for soaking up the sunshine, but it is a garden that is going to be low maintenance, very easy care, giving you time to enjoy your free time doing other things than mowing lawns and pulling weeds. So buyers, I put it to you, number 91 Ledbury Drive, an impressive home from start to finish. The next owner, who is it to be? Where do we get off and underway on number 91? Start where? 750. Someone said it here. It's hard to say who with the mask on. It was Katie from the Harcourts team at $750,000. Off we go. At 750, is there $800,000 in the room to take it forward from there? At $750,000, potentially Grace on the phone. First call at 750. Twice at 750. Is there interest on the phone here, Megs? Third and final time at $750,000. Right, well, I'll come back, but only once, Katie, against you at $800,000. That's a vendor bid. If you take it to $850 and it's only you and I, we're going to have a conversation privately, but I put you on notice for the ladies on the phone at $800,000. We'd certainly need to be north of there, and you know that, to get us where we need to be. But 800, that's a vendor bid. Can I say it? 810. Okay, well, it's where we need to be in terms of being in front. Wouldn't sell there at 810. If it's you and I, as I say, we'll have a conversation privately. For the first time at 810, is there 850 before I do so? Second, third and final at 810. Let's not dilly-dally, let's pause in at 810. We'll have that conversation off to the side. Karen, are we okay up the front here? Is that all good? Lovely.
skies of a different light. Why noise that keeps me up at night? I can't help but think back to you. I wish that I could find a face that I would recognize. I replay the memory of you. It's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's time with you, but I'm coming home. Hold on to my embrace this time, I promise it won't break. I'm hoping that things haven't changed. Life took us far apart, but it never took away my heart. Have you been holding it safe? 'Cause it's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's hard with you, but I'm coming home. I'm coming home. We'll stay up till morning and head out exploring, make up for months that we've missed. 'Cause the cold air is calling and my head's recalling the moment that I was convinced. We'll stay up till morning and head out exploring, make up for months that we've missed. 'Cause your lips are calling and my heart's recalling the way I could never resist. It's been so hard, but no, I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's hard with you,
very good afternoon. Welcome to the Harcourts Grenadier Auction Rooms. You're clearly here for Gwyneth's auction at 172 Centaurus Road. A very good afternoon to my owners. Lovely to catch up with you during the week, and good luck in your endeavours. This is a big, big day for Gwyneth's owner. She's lived probably within 60 metres of this area for 25 years, 16 at the address of 172 Centaurus Road. Can I just remind you of how we work in the auction room? My owner has given me confidential reserve prices for all of our propositions this afternoon, so I can't disclose those to you, the bidders at large. Subject to the reserve being reached or breached, the highest bidder shall be the purchaser. Now, if bidding doesn't reach my owner's reserve, as has happened in the last auction, it's not the end of the auction, because I would pause and talk with the highest bidder at auction today, and I'm going to offer you there the opportunity of buying in the auction room. It's the best place and time to buy, because if we don't sell in the auction room, Gwyneth's obligation then is to make the property available to people who weren't able to be here in time because of COVID and other things, and she'll deal with conditional parties. Best place, best time is to work with me here. And the owner could withdraw their property from sale before the property's actually sold and without declaring their reserve price. That covers that situation where negotiations take place outside of the room. They might reach a point where the owner says, Phil, I'm very, very happy. Please go back and announce withdrawing the property and selling it to the highest bidder outside. That's why I say always give me your strongest bid. A disputed bid is resolved by me going back to the last undisputed bid and resuming. I can nominate the sum by which your bids need to be increased. I can refuse a bid if it wasn't made in the best interest of my sellers. Now, I think some of my colleagues, Len, I know, is on the phone with the buyer. I will alert you if any of my colleagues are bidding on behalf of their clients. The most important thing that I tell you is this: when the hammer falls, if you are that lucky and successful purchaser, your obligations are simple but very significant. We take you aside into the reception area, we get you to sign the auction contract and arrange to pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price. So let's have a look on the screen, Madeline, if we can, please, at units 1 and 2 at 172 Centaurus Road. You know our procedure is this: we will offer 1 and 2 together. If we don't reach a satisfactory conclusion there, we will offer Unit 2, the back one first, and then go to the front one, which is described in the cross-lease as Unit 1. The properties are described as a cross-lease in freehold. The wall unit in Unit 2 will remain as part of your chattel list. There's lots of chattels there. The large mirror, that magnificent mirror in the front unit, well, you'll be lucky enough to buy that as well as part of your purchase price today. So lots 1 and 2, that's what we offer you today. Super holding, it's a lovely situation. The reason our owner has stayed in the area, it's so convenient. Hills at the back of you, good shopping centres, very close to town. She's a property pundit, really good at what she does. The presentation, beautiful, clearly well built. Look at the timbers in the floor. You know that the materials have been the very, very best. It's a clever configuration. Each unit having the extra car space, its own garden, its own clothes lines, so you can live quite independently. But the options, of course, if you buy the two, you can live in one, as she has done, rent out the other, live in the other at some stage and rent out the first one, or you can rent them both, have extended family living with you. So many options, good garaging, lovely surrounds, all within your reach. So, units 1 and 2 at 172 Centaurus Road. For the both, I'm looking for your opening bid or offer. 1 million, sir. Good on you. At $1 million on the right-hand side of the room. At 1-1. Where to from here, buyers? At 1 million, neat. First call then, we're selling them both. Second call at 1 million. Third call at 1 million. No one else for the two? Sir, I'm not going to take a vendor bid. I can't sell it at $1 million, but I don't think anyone else is bidding against you on the two, if that's my understanding. Why don't we ask Karen if she can get us a wee private space? There is the opportunity to buy the two. I can't sell them at $1 million, but we'll have a discussion and see if we can't help you succeed in that regard. So bids at $1 million. I'm talking with each good couple outside of the room.
Your mask. Where's your mask? I got it in your pocket. Follow the rules. Right, we go back to Ledbury Drive, have had a good conversation dialogue with our highest bidder down the front there. Just confirmed to me, Sir, Ma'am and Katie, that bid has been increased to $1 million, neat and tidy, rounded off. At $1 million, the property has been put on the market. It is now for sale, and as we have our one and only interested party at this point in time, delighted to announce that Ledbury Drive is sold down here. Congratulations, well done. Johnny, another excellent campaign, excellent result. Well done to our owners tuning in online as well. Phil back with that update shortly for the rest of you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, now I've been having a good discussion with my top bidders. The bid on the two has been increased to $1,200,000. My owner has said, no, not at this point. We wouldn't sell the both at $1,200,000. So I'm passing on that bid, but we may come back to our top bidders at a later stage. So now I'm going to offer you to the opportunity of buying them individually. I'm going to offer you Unit 2, which is the one at the back, correct, Gwyneth? Yeah. It's the one at the back, exactly, which is what I'm doing. And you've heard the legal description cross lease in freehold, and I've told you all about the property. This is beautiful. This is where Jodie, my owner, has been living over a long period of time. I love the curved windows at the front, keyless entry, so many things, and in beautiful, beautiful order. Cuts the hedges herself. They are impeccable. All right, for Unit 2, opening bid or offer, where do we see value? You meant to tell me to take my mask off. Where would you start, buyers? Attempt to say at $550? Caleb, at the back of the room, working with your buyer at $550,000. And underway. Is the $570 or better? At $550. First call, second call. At $550. Third call at 550. Karen? Well, I'll take a vendor bid in your absence at 560. Caleb, do we continue at 570 or better? 570. Caleb bidding for his client at $570,000. I'm counting down. Once, twice, third. Len, any better? I'm at 570 with Caleb's buyer at the back of the room.
580.
580. 90. Caleb's back at 90. Who takes the 6 at $590,000?
95.
95. 6 at the back of the room. 600 bid. Once called at $600,000. The countdown. Second call. Superb position. Superb presentation. 600 bid. And 5. Lovely work. Maintaining control. Bids at 605. And I'm talking with Caleb unless you're quick. 605. Second call. Third call. Yes or no?
610.
610. With Len on the phone, 610 bid. First time at 610,000. Second call. 620. Nice work. Renewed vigour, renewed instructions, bid $620,000.
625.
625 only. Assurance of value at 625. Caleb, another little natter perhaps at 625. Another 5. 630. $630,000. Centaurus Road. At 630.
632.
632. At 632,000 bid left-hand side on the telephone with Len's client. Perhaps 640. Second call. 34. 2 by 2, just like Noah's Ark. At 634.
635.
635. 635. Perhaps the 640. $640. Come back big and strong, Len, at $640,000. Once at 640. Twice then. 640 neat. Maybe 650. Third final. At 640 only. Decision then, Len, is at 640. Caleb, I'm not going to hold your buyer up any longer. I can't sound it at 640. We're getting very, very close. Why don't we just pause? Karen will find you some space for your good clients and we'll come and offer the proposition. Auction is open. Bid is at $640,000.
these skies of a different light. Why noise that keeps me up at night? I can't help but think back to you. I wish that I could find a face that I would recognize. I replay the memory of you. It's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's time with you, but I'm coming home. Hold on to my embrace this time, I promise it won't break. I'm hoping that things haven't changed. Life took us far apart, but it never took away my heart. Have you been holding it safe? 'Cause it's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's time with you, but I'm coming home. I'm coming home. We'll stay up till morning and head out exploring, make up for months that we've missed. 'Cause the cold air is calling and my head's recalling the moment that I was convinced. We'll stay up till morning and head out exploring, make up for months that we've missed. 'Cause your lips are calling and my heart's recalling the way I could never resist. It's been so hard, but no, I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you.
I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more. Every show I go before, I need to hear that voice, 'cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. You're an angel, that's for sure. With some devil, hear you roar. But I like it, we on the floor. And my ear be whispering. Used to have fun, now I'm bored. Do I miss you? Yes, of course. Think about that time when we stayed up all night talking. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell.
One and two, and Jodie's instructions, and I favour and thank you for those instructions, Jodie. We're withdrawing the property and declaring them to you, sir, madam, sold. Congratulations to you. To my underbidders who have left the room, thank you for being so gracious. Is that a wrap, Ned? It's a wrap, 2:20 in the afternoon. Jodie, lovely to work with you. Lovely to work with you. Well done. She's not bad, that Gwyneth, is she? All right. Thanks, Madeline. Oh, you're joking. Do you want me to do it now?
Could we do a paper?
Oh, okay, all right, well, yeah, so okay. Okay, yeah, thank you, bye.
You get to sell it again, Phil.
Shall I take it off live?
I'll
Shall I
take.
take it off the live?
Say again?
Shall I take it off the live?
Yeah.
Yeah, but shall I take it off like so it's not aired on the YouTube? So I'll just go through and cue that.
Top bidders on units 1 and 2 at 172 Centaurus Road. They have increased their bid. Their bid now stands at $1,265,000. If there's no better offer, I'm going to sell to this good couple. First call at $1,265,000. Any better? Second call, any better, because there's no better property. Third and final call at $1,265,000. Then I'm delighted to announce the property is going. It's going! Gone and sold to you. Congratulations to you. You're all meant to clap. Thank you, sir.
Does that mean the sticker on
Hi. Yeah, that's what it does normally, isn't it? That's withdrawn as sold. Yeah, sold. Yeah.
I'll stand you there, Andy. I'll put you there so I can frame it up. Do you have your phone there with you? Yeah. I'll get paid to ring you up and put your questions on the phone.
Oh, okay.
All right. Be good. Have fun.